Welcome to another video. Ooh, 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 ooh. Just look at me. Guys, I'm crushing on myself. Like, my little sister's looking at me like, what? We related. Anyways, I hope that everybody's doing great because I am doing absolutely amazing. Feeling myself today. Doesn't normally happen. But anyways, yeah, let's get into the video. I have never done a story time before. Like a proper, like, especially personal type of situation. And I never thought I would because I'm uncomfortable sometimes with talking. I'm like a very private person and I don't like talking about my personal situations. But yeah, we're gonna do it today. So as you can see from the title, we're gonna talk about how my relationship ended because of social media, because of Facebook. Like, hey guys, woo, life. So yeah, let's get into it. Cold drink, nothing extra. So yeah, so I met my ex like 2018, and then great guy. Like I won't even, he absolutely won me over on the first date. Nigerian guy, tall, dark, darkish. Okay, let me not say dark because yeah, we're gonna push it there. Very, very tall basketball player. And yeah, like we first date, I think both of us, we knew that this is it, we're gone, So we met up, and we went on a date, right? So we went to dinner. I remember we went to News Cafe first. We met at News Cafe. He was wearing this leather jacket situation that I did not like at that time. But yeah, like I was so mesmerized by how tall he was. He's still yummy though. He's still yummy. Anyways, so yeah, we meet 2018. We go on a date. We go for drinks and dinner. Then like after the date is over, I think we both knew, we said it, I think on the first date, that it's official. You and I am your person, you are my person. We're done, right? So yeah, so we started. He was living in Centurion at the time, and I was living in Fourways, right? So yeah, we're dating, and I normally like drove from two places because he had an ordinary 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday. I worked shifts, and sometimes I worked during the weekend and so forth. So it just made it made more sense for me to be the one traveling. So I did that. I didn't even mind. I would knock up like at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I would drive to Centurion. So yeah, it was. Oh, the beginning of our relationship was amazing. We were so in sync. We enjoyed each other's company. And one thing about me that I know it's a thing now, I guess, like to a lot of people it's a thing, but I really am very attracted to intellectual men who we can dive deeper into different topics, and not sexualize everything. And that was really, really the thing for me that connected us, that made me like fall in love with him. I was like, oh, except for him being topless and his six-pack, oh my god. Anyways, yeah, he had a banging body. So yeah, we started dating 2018. Everything was going amazing. We talk about from politics to anything that you can think of that's ridiculous. He is an engineer, so very, very intellectual, well traveled as well. He's from Nigeria, but he grew up in Lesotho, and he studied in Ukraine, right? So I always he always liked telling me about stories about back when he was at school, how they moved from Nigeria to Lesotho. The fact that he's a Nigerian guy who sometimes speaks Sotho is kind of weird, but we rolled with it, right? Fine. So time went by, like I think a month went by, 2 months went by, a couple of more months went by, and everything was starting to, like, you know, the honeymoon phase was starting to so yeah, he decided, you know what, it's time for him to move. I didn't agree with the move, but you know, I supported him anyways. After he moved to his new place, things started becoming a little, we started having more arguments, and it just about ridiculous things. I like, looking back now, I don't think that any of our arguments were valid, like anything serious that I can say, oh my god, like we literally fought about ridiculous things, right? Anyways, so yeah, it started becoming a little, you know, one of those relationships where you guys can't pass a week without fighting. And I was like, ugh. And he was also like, ugh. Because, you know, guys want the fun girl all the time. They wanted the honeymoon phase not to end, but they don't understand that they contribute to the friction. So it was like, you know. And so we had this thing where he sent me those funny requests on Facebook, or in a relationship with whosoever, right? You know those, right? And so he did that and sent it to me. When he sent it to me, I was not with him. He was at his place, I was at my place, right? I saw it and I ignored it. I just totally ignored it, and I didn't even think it was a big deal. And so I go to his place after work, and a day goes by, he doesn't say anything. The next day we're having dinner or something, or watching a movie, because we did that a lot as well. Yeah, one of those. And he brings it up. He's like, so I sent you a request on Facebook, and in a relationship request on Facebook, and I see that you haven't accepted it or anything. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I was like, yeah, no, those type of things are not really my thing. And like, I'm just not a Facebook person. I'm very private anyways. I don't like people knowing my private life and who I'm dating and so forth. And the fact that I see social media for me as a platform for work, to push my brand, you know what, to help it grow and so forth. So I don't want to put my relationship status there, especially if you're not collaborated within my job, right? And he was like, he side-eyed me and I guess it wasn't a big deal the first time we spoke about it. So I thought, you know, he understood where I stood. We left it. I think 2 weeks went by. He starts it again. He says he spoke to his sister, and when he spoke to his sister, him and his sister found it dodgy that I didn't want to publicly proclaim that I was in a relationship with him. And I could understand where they're coming from, you know. But for people who know me, guys, cars outside, and my little sister didn't close the sliding door, sabotaging my life, but we'll move on. For people who know me, they know that I've posted a boyfriend once in my life since I started dating. And I think I was 19 or 20 at that time. Yeah, somewhere there. And it was like one post, and I have never done it ever. I have a problem. I don't know what it wasn't. It's never been a conscious thing of, let me sit down and just make a decision. You know, it has never been like that. It has never crossed my mind to post my boyfriends or people I'm in a relationship at that time, no matter if we're happy or not or whatnot. It's not my thing. And it's not even with the relationships only, in romantic relationships only, with my family as well. Limited posts. You won't see me posting my mother, my sister, my little brothers, like my family. it will happen once in a while, maybe like once or twice in a year. It really happens, and that's just the person that I am. And I think at that time he didn't understand that. He thought maybe I was cheating or something like that. So I was like, it ain't like that. But it became a big thing, it became a huge issue for us, and with other issues piling up, it wasn't just the Facebook thing that made us, you know, break up, but you know, other things started. I felt like his priorities were not set right. He felt like I was always on his neck and nagging him all the time, you know. So yeah, when we decided to break up, funny enough, so I think it was over the phone. I can't even remember how we decided to break up. Well, I'm gonna call him and ask. But when we decided to break up, yeah, I think we did it on the phone or something like that. Then the next week, I was just starting my YouTube channel. I think at that time I was shooting for my YouTube channel at that time, and I had to go to Pretoria, to Mabopane, to go interview this designer that I love, who's there. He's a local designer back in my hood. I grew up in Mabopane, for those who didn't know. So I passed by his place. He's like, okay, let's have lunch before you go there, right? Just to catch up, just to see if, you know, how we are. Because at that time we had broken up, but it was like still on that, you know, that undecided, are we gonna get back together type of thing, or are we not? So it was, yeah, we were on limbo at that time. So I go, we have lunch, we even clowning each other, and just like I remember the owner of the restaurant came and sat on the table next to us, right? And he like commented, oh, you guys are like a really cute couple. And he turned to him and he said, oh yeah, thank you, but yeah, she just dumped me, you know. So we laughed at it. It was never a traumatic breakup, a dramatic breakup, but it was so weird that it happened. One of the factors that that contributed to us breaking up was Facebook. I was like, does social media really have that much of a hold on us? It's crazy looking back at it now. Like, really, Facebook? Like, you really want, do you really want public acknowledgement to that extent? Because I was not hiding him, he was not hiding me. We went everywhere together. We spent like every free moment that we had together. When I was with him, I would drive. When I went to see him during the week, I would drive him to work, go pick him up. You know, like, we did movies every other weekend. We like very big on movies. We did movies every other weekend. We love sushi. I think I've always loved sushi, but like my love for sushi grew more because he loved it as well. It became our thing. It became one of our rituals, I think. I don't know if that's what they call it, but yeah. And we broke up that day. We went to Pretoria. I went and shot the YouTube video. When we came back, I don't know what we were talking about, and I remember just telling him that no, it's finally over, you and I, whatnot, because you know, whatnot situations. I was crying, and you know, he was still trying to be sweet about it, like trying to give me a hug and like console me, even though we are over. It's not like we hate each other, it just didn't work out type of thing. And I was like, yeah, you know, I was heartbroken. I thought we had a future. He had so many things that I loved in a man. It's just that there was other factors that we couldn't get over that, you know, ruined our relationship. But yeah, it's just funny. Like looking at the state of relationships of people now, everybody wants to be on Instagram and like, you know, Instagram couples goals and whatnot, and I'm like, that's just not. I probably will post my boyfriend one day when I have a boyfriend. Don't get it twisted, we're still single. But yeah, it's not like a major thing, it's just that, yeah, I just don't see the big deal. For me, it doesn't prove my love for somebody if I post him on Facebook, then he must know, oh my god. No, no. Like I really, really love intimate, private relationships, but I'll flaunt him when I have him one day. But yeah, I just wanted to share the story with you guys, and because I was talking to him, I was talking to my ex, what was it, last week or a couple of weeks ago. We call each other from time to time. He will video call me and whatnot. He just recently moved to Cape Town, so like he called me to let me know, and he was like, you know, I was talking to my friend and I was telling her that we broke up because of Facebook. How crazy is that? And like the fact that we could laugh at it, like I was like, okay, him and I have moved on and we're good. So yeah, I felt like it was a good time to tell this story. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the story. Let me know what your relationship with social media and your romantic relationship, how do you manage it? Have you ever had a problem like mine, or is it totally different from mine? You like, and I'm not bashing anybody, you do you, boo. If posting your bae, like I follow most couples that are on Instagram or YouTube or whatnot. I love seeing people in love. Do you, boo? And yeah, just tell me your story about any romantic relationships and social media. But yeah, that'll be it from me for today. I will see you guys another time. Don't forget to follow, guys. Don't forget. Don't forget to like and comment. Let's create a dialogue, and subscribe so that our family can grow. But yeah, I love you guys.